All right, today I am using the Yak Power power module system for my Hobie kayak, my Pro Angler 14. I did opt to go with the Norco power connection for the battery. It does plug directly into the SAE connector that comes out of the Yak Power module. I like this one better. It's just a preference thing. It's a little heavier duty, and I like the fuse holder for it a lot better. I'll put a link in the description for this module. Okay guys, in addition to the Yak Power system, I'm actually using the VMAX battery system for my kayak too. This is the V2600. It's a 20 milliamp battery. It's a pretty slim design. I've got a bracket that I made for it. Actually, one of the guys I work with made it for me. It's just some lightweight aluminum that cut out and then broke the sides up. And then what I'm actually going to end up doing is using a 3/4 inch rigid conduit clamp, which happens to fit right around the sail mast perfectly. And then we'll actually mount that one or two to this bracket, and then mount the battery back in place. And it makes for a pretty clean installation. Again, it is a 20 milliamp battery. It's a single battery. And the nice thing about it is, with the current design of it, you can actually keep the tub installed with no problems. It fits perfectly. It doesn't interfere with it at all. You can take that back out, and you know, the battery fits perfect. So once I get all this buttoned up, be back with y'all. Okay guys, I've got the battery mounted now. As you can see, I've got a Velcro strap on it. Bought that from McMaster Car. Got it mounted in my bracket, and it's pretty dang tight. Looking good so far. Be back with you shortly. Okay guys, so I've gotten around to installing the control unit for the Yak Power system. And normally they recommend that you drill a hole down here in the rail of your kayak. You know, it's a 2 1/8 inch hole, and you recess it back into your rail. I just wasn't really, you know, keen on doing that. I'm not a big fan of drilling big holes. So what I actually ended up doing was I purchased a gauge holder from Summit Racing and mounted it on one of the H-rail adapter plates. That made it very accessible to me. And the other thing about it is that the Yak Power control module itself is already watertight, just in its own right, without being recessed back into the hole. So it just made sense. And then I just ran it with my wiring for my fish finder back through the Hobie mount through the hole, because I do have a 3-hole connector plate there that came standard on the H-rail. And then I just simply used some helical bundling wrap to tidy the wiring up. You can actually get that from McMaster Car. All right, I'll be back with y'all shortly. Okay guys, it's the next day. Out on the water and testing out the new fish finder and the Yak Power system. And I'm still really liking the 2 1/8 inch gauge holder from Summit for holding the head unit for the Yak Power system. I think it works great. I think it turned out pretty nice, pretty clean. Hope this helps some of y'all out. Thanks. Tight lines, guys.